You need to leave
Why is that?
because you're now harassing the employees.
Oh, I'm not harassing him. I'm just having a conversation.
No, you're
She approached me and I'm just engaged in the conversation.
I am here to make sure that I witness anything that she's uncomfortable with that you
Okay.
are causing.
Do feelings make laws, or are we going by the law here?
Well, if you have any morals, then it would make a difference to you.
Oh, I have morals, but that's
Apparently
subjective.
don't.
That's
Could you
subjective.
please step away from my office?
Your office.
Please step away from my office.
I'm in a public area, ma'am. I'm in public.
Turn your camera around then.
You can't trespass the eyes. What's your name?
I'm not gonna give that.
Out of control.
I'm out of control. Who are you?
Play some music so that it screws up his YouTube video.
Who are you, ma'am?
None of your business.
That's called prior restraint. That's against the law. Like I was saying to you, all due respect, this is a public building and this is a public office. I understand that people want certain things, but people's feelings do not trump the United States Constitution. Welcome back, Liberty Trollers. We are in Volusia County, Florida, at the County Administration Center, here in the historic downtown area, right across the street from the historic courthouse. We are going to do a conduct check / First Amendment audit. So we want to make sure that our public servants both respect we the people and honor our rights. That goes for any government official as well. We're not here to specifically record anyone in particular. Just our public servants within the course of their duties in general. Anyway, hope you guys enjoy the video. Let's go ahead on in while we still have the element of surprise. We do already have our friendly reminder that they're always watching us. As Long Island Audit says, always seems to be a problem when we record them. Information, council chambers is on the second floor. There's a tax collector's office, property appraiser. It's a nice big building. This is open to the public and they do have quite a lot of services here for the people. There's not much going on here this morning. Restricted area, no recording beyond this point. What's over here? How's it going?
See the sign where it says on the door?
Yeah, I just read it. I'm not coming inside.
So what are you doing filming?
Huh?
What are you doing filming?
I'm just working on a story. Yeah, I just want to see what was back here. Is there anything secretive back here?
What? You just read the sign.
Yeah, I'm not coming in.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just right here.
Just read the sign.
Yeah, I saw it.
Excuse me?
I saw it, yeah.
See?
Mm-hmm.
Says it right there.
Yeah, I'm not inside. I'm in public.
I know, but the camera's this recording
That's fine.
on this side though.
If I can look inside, I can
Right.
record.
Out of control.
I'm out of control. Who are you?
I'm an employee.
What's your name?
Rome is my name.
Rome?
Play some music so that it screws up his YouTube video.
Who are you, ma'am?
None of your business.
That's called prior restraint. That's against the law. Anyway.
You can play music.
Yeah, I'm just wondering what's so secretive beyond this point.
I don't want my face on your camera. You're violating my space right now.
Well, you're in public, sir. There's no expectation of privacy in public. Wow. This guy's being a little rat. He's like, this guy's gonna put me on YouTube. It's gonna piss me off. He's like, this knucklehead. This guy's losing it. Talk about out of control, right? What if I was just here to get a QR code? You don't know that. Beautiful flag. Excuse me. Here's another sign that says restricted area. But how's it restricted? Because, well, it's obviously not restricted because you have people in here.
1, 4, 7, 0 at station F.
See, this is a true restricted area because it's set aside specifically for employees. But when you have services for the public, you can't have a restricted area sign. It's a faulty sign. Excuse me.
Registration, it didn't change the last one. And then that's your coverage. Give them a call. One for your run.
It's like a little information desk.
There's no recording.
Oh, it's open to the public?
What's that?
This is open to the public?
Did you see our signs?
Yeah, but it's not restricted area though, because it's open to the public, right? So the sign says restricted, but she said I'm good, right? What did she say? I'm sorry?
I didn't hear her.
Oh, okay. Well, I was just saying, I saw the sign. It says restricted area, but it's open to the public. So there's services going on right now, as you can see. So wherever the people are allowed to be or have a right to be, we have a right to record.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all.
You're fine.
All right, thank you. Excuse me. Yeah, you're good. I can squeeze by. All right, so there's quite a bit of plenty of public employees here today. That's good. For the privacy of our customers, cell phones, cameras, and video film devices may not be used within 20 feet of service counters. That's unconstitutional. All right, so they all know better. I'm pretty certain somebody's been here where they know that's an unconstitutional sign that's not enforceable. This guy said we have employees only beyond this point. So we can film all we can see. There's a window here. And what are windows made for? Looking through. So right here it says for the privacy of our customers. They lock the door, so they're refusing service over a camera. Hey, how's it going?
Good, how can I help you today?
I don't need any help, but thank you though.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
I know, this is Julie, yeah, well, yeah, 'cause I didn't know that Julie did the ones were in there and. Do you have to go to every room, sir?
Hmm?
Do you have to go to every room in this building for that?
I'm sorry, who are you?
Huh?
Who are you?
I'm here, I work here, Janice.
What's your name?
Janice.
Janice. Hi, Janice. I'm Zach. What was your question? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
No, I was saying, like, do you have to go through every, like, office in this building?
I don't know yet. I've never been here before, so it's
Oh.
possible. I might, yeah, I'll check out all the publicly
Okay.
accessible areas, yeah.
Because we got a lot of.
Yeah, it's a big building.
Yes.
Historic Courthouse?
It's beautiful.
I have, yeah, I went there last week. Beautiful building. Beautiful building. People in there nice too for the most part. Yeah. Well, thank you.
This building isn't as pretty.
Unless you look up, so look up at the rotunda, yeah.
Oh yeah, it doesn't have all the, charms of, the way they used to make things, which
Yeah.
nowadays is pretty sad, right? Have a good one. Planning and development.
Hi.
Hello, how are you? I don't need any help right now. Thank you though. I appreciate it. A nice little waiting area.
When the utility service area changed, it to all your property or just?
It's all the property.
It is, okay.
Everything north of 472.
Gotcha.
Pardon me, excuse me. You're good. How you doing? All right.
I don't know.
Oh, there's another
I don't know who does those down there.
another Zach. Hey, how's it going?
Okay, how can I help you?
I don't need any help. Who are you though?
My name is Lisa.
Oh, okay. I assume you work in this department, right?
I sit
Okay.
right here.
All right.
Mhm.
Very nice. Very welcoming. I like it.
So just let me know if you need anything.
Awesome.
Okay?
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Does this still work?
The
Is
last
that-
time I saw somebody use it, but it's been there for a while. They never come and service it or do anything.
I don't
so-
see those too often anymore.
No, there's a few on this floor, and I don't know why we got the lucky ones that got them. I don't know.
Yeah, right. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
Hey, you too. Hey, I was just wondering, who is the freedom-loving person who put up the restricted area signs in a public area?
I'm not going to answer any questions. I need to take care of my customer.
Well, I just
Come on over.
Well, ma'am, I had a question. Do you know who I talked to about the signs? Because you brought it up earlier. Thank you.
Can you answer his questions or no? I got to take care of the customer. Me too. I don't know if you can
Hi.
answer the question.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Who are you? Megan?
Megan.
Hey, Megan, I'm Zach. Who's the person who I talked to that puts up the signs that are unconstitutional and say restricted area when it's clearly open to the public? Who do I talk to about taking down those
The tax collector,
those
Will
signs?
Roberts.
What was that?
Will Roberts, he's the tax collector.
Will Roberts. What are the chances of getting a hold of Will Roberts?
Probably slim to none.
So who else could I talk to about getting them taken down? Because obviously this is open to the public, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it says restricted area, which is obviously it's not a restricted
No,
area.
you can film anywhere out there you want. It's just
Yeah,
they
yeah.
try not to have you film the computers because people's personal.
Yeah, so I would just maybe take the signs down because it's not restricted. That's all. All
I'll let
right.
them know. I mean,
All right. I appreciate that, Megan. That's all. Thank you.
I was misplaced. You can have a nice house.
Excuse me.
$20. That's what it says right there on the door.
I don't care about your policy there, Rome. Hello, how are you?
Hi.
Good. Hi. What was your name?
Heather.
Heather. Hey, Heather. I'm Zach. So I was just wanting to, real quick before I leave, if somebody could talk to, what's his name? Roman. Just very rude. Obviously we have a right to record in a public building. He's,
Part of his
losing
religion,
control.
He doesn't have anything to. He won't even do
employ photos. It's part of his religion.
Why is that? Why does it say restricted area in that room? It's open to the public too, right?
It's concealed weapons, so it is restricted.
Why is that? Because it's if you don't mind me asking, because it's concealed weapons.
Some people don't want to be known that they have a concealed weapons. It's a private choice. Some people have permits, some people don't. It's
All right, but it's still a public service. You know what I mean? So it's open to the
But
public.
You're not allowed to video anybody without their permission.
Well, that's not
in this
true.
area at all. We have signs all over.
Well,
and
I know
you're
that's
allowed
not
to do
true.
it.
I'm talking about this room right here.
No,
It says,
you're not even supposed to be in this area.
well, that's not true.
There's a
man.
sign right up there.
Yeah, I know it's a policy. It's not it's a policy. It's not the law. Basically says if anywhere that's public we can record. Wherever you have a right to be, you have a right to record. Basically,
Not to record.
in public, yeah. Not if you're thinking of a private building. If we're in a private establishment, that's a whole other thing. You know what I
You're
mean?
not allowed to record anybody without their permission.
There is no expectation of privacy in public. That's what I'm trying to.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Yeah. Mr. Roman over there keeps looking over here while he's on his phone. He's probably calling 911 like a little snitch. We'll get that 911 call.
Hi.
Hi.
I heard you want a video in here.
Yeah, I was wondering because the sign says restricted area, but there's
And it
services
is-
for the
it
public.
is. If
Yeah.
someone is filling out personal information here, you're not allowed in here.
Well, earlier there was no one in there when I was walking towards the room. There was nobody in there.
Oh, someone's in here.
Well, right now, yeah, but when somebody's not in there, I can obviously, you know,
Or you don't have to be in here.
you guys don't have a problem with that.
You know, we'll just watch out here.
It's just 20 feet anyway. He's violating 20 feet anyway.
Okay.
He's nowhere near 20 feet. So he's not
Okay.
supposed to-
So I don't mind waiting for that person to leave, but technically speaking, any place that's open to the public, we have a right to go because it's public. There's no
Yes.
expectation of privacy.
Yes,
So if
yes,
someone's
yes.
coming here, they can't have that expectation of privacy. So technically I could go in there, even if there is people in there, but out of respect, I'll wait for that person to leave. But Roman here is being unprofessional. He's you know,
So it's-
he needs to be retrained on how to be professional to the public. That's all. What was your name, ma'am?
Barbara?
Barbara. What are you? His manager or
No, I work here.
what's your title?
Executive assistant.
Okay. Who do I talk to put a complaint in against Roman?
Well, you can tell me, or you want to write it down, you want to send an email?
You guys have an HR department here in the building?
Not in this building, it's in the historic courthouse.
Okay. Yeah, I'll head over there next. Awesome. Thank you. Trying to teach people about our constitutional rights. Yeah. So like public, you're allowed to record in public because there's no expectation of privacy. And people like lose their minds over a camera. Exactly. So this is like kind of a training opportunity where I'm teaching them the hard way, you know, that we're allowed to do this. So, yeah. So he probably locked the door. Yep. Can't refuse services to the public. That's against the law. All right, so we're gonna go across the street here, folks, in a little bit.
Appreciate it.
Sorry. Wow. All right, so I waited a while for the gentleman to leave. I'd like to go in there.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, can't refuse services to the public. It's a bad idea.
Yeah, well, I'll just stand outside, but, you know, you can't see anything, so,
It's okay, a camera's not gonna hurt you, Roman.
well, I never know. All right, which one is this? Okay.
Scared of a camera. Welcome to America.
Are you being helped?
No?
Are you paying taxes? or-
Yes.
Oh, just ring that bell, please.
Again?
Okay.
I got it for you. I'll bring it. I got you. Yeah. Here you
Trying to find 12 cents.
go. Can't remember the last time it was. I had some change. Oh, let me get that for you. I got it.
No, I got it.
You got it? Okay.
Thanks.
No worries.
I'm gonna miss
Yeah, this guy Roman's out of control. Like, I waited for like 15 minutes to come in here. Then he closed the door and locks it when the guy leaves.
Yeah, there's nothing up.
Yeah, there's nothing secretive in here. Okay, so you just have a few computers here where you can put in your information, print out some documents. I might be in here for a little bit because I'm gonna do a little story and narrate and stuff. So
Well,
you don't have to stand there.
We have, well, I'm gonna stand here.
I can't tell you not to, but I'm just saying.
People,
be waste.
coming in at certain times, who make appointments.
Well, yeah, like I understand that, and like I was saying to you, all due respect, this is a public building and this is a public office. I understand that people want certain things, but people's feelings do not trump the United States Constitution. So just want to make sure you understand that. You don't need to waste tax dollars and stand there. You can go back to work if you're busy.
I'll just.
I'm not a threat to anybody. I think you know that. All right, let's be reasonable. So Roman, who's supposed to be working, is supposed to professionally take care of anybody who has business, which includes taking pictures and video. All he had to do was keep the door open, shut his mouth. I would have been in and out, just like the other offices in this building. Guess they're not too busy today. Let's see, they haven't changed their clock yet. Forward an hour. Just so you know, man, the clock in here, it's an hour behind. Might want to move it forward. We just had that time change.
I see.
See, I'm already benefiting the building here. I'm already benefiting this office here.
What?
I said I'm already creating, making an impact here at this office.
Oh. Yeah, please don't touch anything. Did you hear me?
Mm-hmm. Please don't touch anything.
Right, like the mouse or whatever, I don't know what's going on over there.
I'm just taking a look around.
Okay.
This is I can look through this.
You can touch that.
But yeah, I mean, you need a password and stuff to get in here, like credentials, so it's not like I can see anything private, you know. Let's be reasonable. I keep seeing the title, Florida, or well, hold on a second, Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services. Is that what this is, the overarching branch, I guess, over concealed carry and all that?
Right.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That's where the rules are a little different and, you know,
Well, it's,
people get.
I understand. I understand what that is. I actually went down to the, the one in Orlando, kind of near the, well, I kind of from that area, and I went into that office, and then there was like this huge sign on the wall that said like no photography, no video, all that stuff. Right. So they called the cops on me. The cops came, they educated them basically saying, this is a public building, that sign is unconstitutional, blah, blah, blah. I did a revisit later. Everything was yes, sir, no, sir. The sign was gone. And then they said the sign actually was taken down all across the state of Florida for the Division of Licensing Offices. So if y'all used to have a sign in here, that the reason it's gone is because of me. So I visit other government buildings just to make sure, there's no rights being violated, so. I would just educate Roman and let him know, like, he works for the public. There is no expectation of privacy, reasonable. If he doesn't want to be on camera and he exposes himself to the public, he should work in the private sector. You know what I mean? That's kind of how that works. But anyway, my job is done. Thank you so much. Okay. Have a good one.
You too.
Do you know, actually, one more thing. I'm going to go down to the HR. What's Roman's last name? So I can.
That's his last name. It's Jose Roman.
Jose Roman? Okay, thank you. Have a good one. All right, so here's a better shot of the historic courthouse in Volusia County, Florida. Let's go see if we can file our complaint without any issue while we're documenting our experience by video recording. Hello. How's it going? I noticed you put a sign up. Today I'm here to file a complaint against an employee across the street. Would I do that with you?
Alright, so let me get you to write your name down and
So how does this process work? Because I want to be anonymous, so I don't want to put my name, personal information down.
no, I just need your name so I can put you in the officials log.
I'll give you my first name. It's fine. I'll give you my first name.
So I'll put you in the officials log and then I will call. See who's available to, so you can file your complaint, okay?
Want me to put my email in here?
No, I just need your name. I
Okay.
just need your, first and last.
I don't want to give out my last name.
So Jessica's coming up.
Okay. And what's her title? What's Jessica's title?
She'll talk to you when she gets here.
I mean, is she the director of HR or what's her title? No? What's her?
Yeah, she'll get with you.
Oh, you don't know what her title is?
Yeah, she'll get with you when she gets here. She's gonna make an appointment, because she's on her way to a meeting.
Do you know her last name?
Yeah, like I said, she'll get with you when she gets here.
Oh, so you're not going to answer my questions until she gets here?
Yeah.
Okay. That's not very professional, but okay. Hey, are you Jessica?
I'm Chandra.
Hi, how are you?
I heard that you have a complaint.
Yeah, so I was across the street. What's that building called? The administration county building, something like that? Right across the street.
Over here?
Yeah, over that side,
Oh,
sorry,
okay.
yeah. What is that called? The county administration building,
Thomas C.
I think?
Kelly Administration Building.
So, yeah, I just wanted to file a complaint on an employee over there. So, I was in the tax collector's office area. There's like another side office there that's open to the public for open carry and concealed licensing. Basically, Florida Department of Florida Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services. There's a gentleman in there. His name's he's a public employee. His name's Jose Roman.
He works for the tax collector office? Okay, but it's still part of the tax collector's office.
Okay.
Okay.
So his name is Jose Roman. I see you have notes there.
No, well, I didn't know what you wanted.
Oh, yeah, just
But,
file a complaint.
Let me just say this.
Mm-hmm.
The tax collector office is its own constitutional office. So what I can do is call the, one of the managers over there and let them know that you would like to come over there and make a complaint.
I already tried that.
They're not under the preview of the county. They are their own standalone. So who did you talk to over there?
I spoke to one of the supervisors, and she directed me to come over here.
Do you remember her name?
No, not offhand. It's on camera, but I have to go back and watch it.
I can call over and
Hi, how are
to
you?
assist you.
Are you Jessica?
So it is the tax collector. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And so let me call over
Mhm.
and see who you need to speak. I wish I would have.
That might take a little bit longer. I'm actually here to file a complaint on multiple employees. That's one of them across the street.
What's the other one?
I was here last week. Noticed that there's a little tape here and a sign that says authorized personnel only. That's there because of me. So last time I was here last week, I was in this area, which is all considered public without the tape and the sign. And this door, as you can see, is open. It was open last time, and I just pointed the camera in that direction. I go into the office because I know I'm not supposed to go into that office. But whoever she is, I'm not sure what her name is. I wanted to file a complaint on her because she was very rude, and it's trickling down to her. I don't want to file a complaint against her because she's just following her supervisor's orders. But I want to know who she is right behind you in that office to file a complaint against.
Biggie Potter. I'm her manager.
Okay. So yeah, she was just extremely rude, unprofessional, very dismissive, kept closing the door, telling me I have to leave. I have a right to be here just as much as anybody else. I'm engaged in constitutionally protected activity, taking pictures and video in public, from public.
No,
You cannot record inside my office, sir. There is confidential information.
Oh, I'm not going to go in there.
You're
You're fine.
aiming your camera into my
Oh,
office.
yeah, I'm just going to go up here then. Up here. You don't have anything out. Okay, that's fine. She can just close the door. That's fine. I just know I can't go in there. You know, that's obviously. Well, I mean, we can film all we can see in public, technically speaking. Yeah, she just created. Yeah, she just created her own privacy. That's what we call that.
Our offices are not, this is not public property.
Well, I know, yeah, but whatever I can see from public, I can record.
You cannot record inside my office.
I can't step inside your office, but I can record whatever I can see. Whatever you can see from public. So, like, if I'm standing, let's just say over there, you had something private, something restricted. If the restricted is in plain view, it's called plain view, I can record from public, like I can record from here and zoom in. That's how the...
Doesn't apply to secure documents in the office, as long as that office is considered, this is public area right here.
Right.
That is not.
And hopefully you guys don't have documents sitting out where we can see it from plain view.
You're working in the office, so.
Yeah, they shut the door. You just have to keep the door shut. That's what I would do. Just keep that door shut.
Yeah,
I can't
but-
keep the door shut because I have to keep an eye on her because I am her supervisor.
Oh, she, are you one that she has to keep an eye on often?
So now you're making it.
Do we need to call somebody to come and help them understand?
I'm sorry?
We can.
No, I mean, you can just crack the door or whatever. I'm like, I can't see anything.
But like I said, confidential, yes, you can, this
Yeah.
is public,
Yeah.
right here, public.
Yeah, so I can turn this way. You know what I'm saying?
But the office, even though that door's open, it's still not public.
You're right. It is not public. You're right. I agree with you. That's not a public office. But if the door's open and I can see it from public, that's not my issue. The onus is on you, the public employee, to make sure that's not in public view.
You're always on this side,
Well, obviously, anyone can just walk back in here.
but you're not. This is the far as you go.
Through is there a sign or
Front
something?
counter, I help you,
Mm-hmm.
then you go. That is not.
But you don't have any signs. Look, there's no signs anywhere.
Okay.
So I just want to make sure it's dealt with. And could I do a FOIA request with you as well?
A what request?
Freedom of Information Act, public records request.
Okay, and who
as well.
would you like to have that on?
So you can take that for me. You can take that
Well,
down.
actually, she's our records person, so.
Oh, she
I
is?
would get with her and,
Okay.
and then she would be able to explain to you what you would need to do to file the public records request and what the cost would be.
Okay.
So,
And what's her name?
Vicki Potter.
Vicky what?
Vicki Potter.
Potter. Okay.
My
Thank
name
you.
is Chandra Gordon.
Thank you, Ms. Gordon.
Okay.
My name's Zach. So I guess we'll start with, I'll give you the name. So the person I'm going to file a complaint on here in this building is Ms. Potter, and then across the street, I guess we can contact whoever we need to contact to do that.
I will find out who that
Okay.
is, because that's a different, that's a totally different
Okay.
office. It's not underneath the county.
Okay.
Of course, they're separated from the county, but they're a Constitution office, but they're separate.
Okay.
So,
Great.
okay, so Jose, Vicky, anybody else?
That's it. Yeah, just,
Okay. And I did talk to Vicky. She did inform me last week
Mhm.
that you had came in
Mhm.
and just didn't understand what was going on. She
I explained
tried
it to her.
explain to
Yeah.
you know, what that basically we've never had that problem, because normally whenever someone comes in, they normally do not go beyond like this area right here. They'll wait right here. We call the people,
I understand.
whoever it is that they need to speak to.
yeah.
And so, you know, HR.
I just want
there's a
training,
lot of-
because de-escalation
It's-
goes a long way.
Yeah.
The response
And
should
if
be a
I call-
de-escalation tactic, not
if
a,
I call Vicky
right.
right here right now, we went over that.
okay.
Hence, you see from the 101 impromptu training,
Mhm.
because I did tell her, I said, you know, when someone comes in, they have a right to go anywhere where the public will go. The
Mhm.
public normally goes here because of the private information that we have, security cards, driver's
And I told her,
license.
just keep
We
that
don't
door
allow
closed.
people back,
Yeah.
you know, back that way.
Yeah, I understand.
And normally she does, but sometimes it gets busy, it's distracted, because she's the records person, so of course she normally, and it would.
I
But we
understand.
haven't had that issue.
That's why I'm here.
We did a one-on-one impromptu.
Okay.
On behalf of everyone, I apologize for any misconception, miscommunication.
No need for apology. I just want to make sure they're,
No,
you know.
it is a need because, like I said, we never had it before, so what happened? We got the impromptu training right then.
Mhm.
So sometimes when things don't happen, it really tends to work out because now we all are on the same page.
Yeah.
Okay.
I appreciate
so,
that.
no, this wasn't just for you. It was just that, hey, we had never had that issue, so that we don't have the issue again. Let's put up things so that we don't have the miscommunication on both sides,
Mhm.
to tell you the truth.
Okay.
And so, again, I apologize.
I appreciate
for
that. Yeah, I can
miscommunication.
appreciate that, and I understand
So,
where that's coming from.
We, the county, we're a public agency.
Mhm.
We all know public records and things like that. So, again, I just apologize. I will get a name for you to contact so that you can also do that. I've already spoken to Vicki.
Mhm.
I've also spoken to Jennifer.
Mhm.
So I said, if you have that issue again, see it from their side too. We deal with people all day long, so.
I
it's
usually
like
don't. I
when-
usually don't come back for like at least 6 months.
I
I
know.
just want to make sure.
So when something like that happens,
Mhm.
like, okay, what's going on? None of us like to be videotaped. Or,
Sure, I
you
can
know,
understand.
Or if it's like, hey, just like what you just explained to me. Okay, that's why I'm here. Okay, I understand it. And you do what you have to do. We'll do what we have to do.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, we're on the same page. I
we
really
did
appreciate
have
that.
the
Yeah.
impromptu training
Mm-hmm.
from you coming in. It was just like, okay, we never needed to have that before, so that we don't have that misunderstanding. They were busily sort of shaken too, because this area right here, I'm gonna tell you right now, they get top-notch customer service.
Yeah.
We
I
deal with
wouldn't doubt
people
it.
all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but at any point in time, it's just like now, if you were to come at me and you were to, you're gonna do this and you're gonna do that, okay, we're gonna change a little bit.
Right, exactly.
Because I feel as though that you were being disrespected, and then when I come at you, you know what, you're gonna feel as though I was being a little disrespected.
Mhm.
You're gonna change too.
Absolutely.
So, again, the miscommunication is no excuses. I'm not gonna offer one. I'm just gonna say that, hey, we learned from the experience, as you can see. These are things that should have been done, but we just never had that issue before.
Okay. Well, that's good enough for me. So you don't need to
I do
add it to her
appreciate you
her
coming.
disciplinary file. I was going to do a FOIA request on her disciplinary file, but that's not necessary. You don't need to add it to it. Just,
But
you
like
know,
said,
understand there was a
please don't take it
training.
personal.
I
It
don't.
was a learning experience.
I don't. I do this all the time, part time, and you know I've seen it all. So
Okay.
I've been arrested too unlawfully. So
Unlawfully. Okay.
I'd say about 7, 8 times out of 10 officers of the law understand. You know.
Is it for
what-
what you're doing now, or just totally something different? You don't have to answer that. I was just
Oh, I
curious.
just right now I'm just
Because you
documenting.
mentioned it.
Yeah, so I'm a what you call a First Amendment auditor. So
Okay.
I go into public buildings, make sure that we the people are respected by our public servants, that we pay with their tax dollars, and that our rights are honored above all else. So a lot of times law enforcement are called, and I test to see if they're policy enforcement or law enforcement or feelings enforcement. Hopefully, they're law enforcement, right? So I'll educate them if they need it. Usually, they understand that I'm in the right, and they'll educate the staff, and then they're trained. You know, so that's kind of what I do part time, and also I show the. It's not really necessary. I just
think we got it.
yeah, we're good.
I was just letting him know that Vicki is on public records, and but
okay.
he's good.
All right, so
Yeah.
not like he had a specific one, so.
And the only other thing
He's going to talk to the tax collector on the other one.
and then last thing I just thought of, the security that was here last time. It's Centuron, right? It's a security company that's being
I
used.
can find out for you.
So 2 of the 3 security personnel that I had an encounter with were respectful, a little ignorant, but respectful. The one lady, the one, she has like long gray hair. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know, but she was trying to escalate things, and I wasn't allowing it to happen. But she was trying to escalate things, and I didn't get to talk to her supervisor last
And I'm
time.
sorry, for clarification, when you described this lady, she was in uniform?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I don't think so. What's down here?
Okay, there's no recording in here.
Why is that?
Because it's a county building, you can't record.
You talking just like back in here, or are you talking about in the building?
In the building, you cannot record.
Oh, that's not true. What makes you think that?
That's what we were told.
Who told you that?
Somebody that works for the county.
Really? Because you guys have pictures and stuff everywhere. You would think people would want to take pictures and video. So yeah, I think I checked out most of the building anyway. So I've already done it. I know you're just doing what you're told. Man, the echo's terrible. Let me come up here so I can not so much echo. Yeah, but yeah, we can take photos and anywhere that's publicly accessible. You just can't go in the restricted areas. I think that's maybe what they. Is that what they told you? Restricted areas? Yeah. So like private offices and stuff like that. You can't. Yeah. I got you. All right. I've already been up there, so we're good. Oh, I was pushing. That's why I got to pull. I got a shot of this. All right. Very cool. What company y'all work for?
Centurion?
Centurion? Oh, okay. I usually run into Allied Universal when I go into public buildings.
Yeah, they're in line.
Yeah, totally different. That's a good shot, isn't it? Look at that. What was that? Oh, that's part of my story. Is so I'm an independent journalist. I'm gathering content for a story. So part of that is observing our government officials or public servants in the course of their duties. So part of what I do is I go into the office and observe, like, this is what you do here. This is they're working hard. Well, this is public though. It's a public building.
But that's not.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's the treasury building. They have services for the public in there.
But it's a private office.
Oh, it's not though. Like if you, that's why they have a counter there. So if I go beyond the counter, obviously, but this is all publicly accessible. So you watch, I'll show you. Like, so you have chairs. So it's like a little lobby area.
You have to have their permission to record them.
Not in public. So there's no expectation of privacy in public. No, not in public. That's case law. I've been in media for a while, so that's one of the first things you learn. Is that if you're in a public space in a public building, it's there is no reasonable expectation of privacy in public. Now they can create their own privacy, which, as you can see, they kind of have that. If they wanted to cover a window or something, they can. But there's no, unless they're at a private residence or a like a McDonald's or a business or some sort, then those rules change, obviously. But yeah, we'll capture this room here real quick. Might have missed one upstairs.
You just came in.
Yeah.
In.
All right.
Oh, hi, how's it going?
You need to leave
Why is that?
because you're now harassing the employees.
Oh, I'm not harassing him. I'm just having a conversation.
No, you're
She
harassing.
she approached me and I'm just engaged in the conversation. Well, what I'm
She
doing.
probably said hello to you.
Well, no, she said I can't record back there. I was explaining to her I cannot physically go back into the office because that's a private office. How you doing, sir? Are you the supervisor? I met you already.
No, I am a security also. But
Okay.
Also, we are here to tell you kindly if you could leave. That's it.
You're now harassing.
No, I'm not harassing anybody.
She feels that you are harassing her.
Well, I'm not harassing anybody. I have it all on camera.
That may be.
That's why I record. But you can record anything you can see from public. It's called plain view.
You need to leave.
According to who?
Because you are now harassing
No, that's
the
not true.
employees.
That is not true. I'm
She
not harassed.
feels she is being harassed.
Do you feel like you're being harassed?
Yes, because your point is public, but you're not here on public business.
This is public business. Taking pictures and video, working on a story, gathering content.
You have business with human resource.
I'm gathering content for a story. This is open to the public.
Do you have business with human resource? That's what this office is.
My business is to record the public offices. This is one of the public
But that's
offices.
not dealing with human resource.
The Supreme Court has already ruled that taking pictures and video is legitimate business.
Well,
So you can take it up with the Supreme Court if you want. That's fine.
You can take it with the Supreme Court.
I'm just going to do what I know I have a right to do.
business with human resource?
I've already answered that.
Well, then, you don't. So if you're done,
Who are you to say I'm done?
you said you don't have any business with human resource.
That's not what I said.
Nothing else to do.
That's not
Yes,
what I
you
said.
just said that,
Yeah.
sir. You
I'm,
just said that.
I'm engaged in constitutionally protected activity. Taking pictures and video, like I told her, by the Supreme Court has already ruled that it's legitimate business.
So the other option is that we can call Deland PD and we
Sure.
can have you trespass.
I wouldn't advise it. You're welcome to do that. Call whoever you want to call.
Okay.
This is public. Yep, public area, public building. See, she keeps the door open. If it's really that big of a deal, you would keep the doors closed.
Sir, I've been nice to you. I keep the door open so my employee is not there by herself with you in the lobby and uncomfortable.
So this is a lobby.
It is a lobby.
Right,
And
it's public.
she's uncomfortable with you, so I am here to make sure that I witness anything that she's uncomfortable with that you
Okay.
are causing.
Do feelings make laws, or are we going by the law here?
Well, if you have any morals, then it would make a difference to you.
Oh, I have morals, but that's
Apparently
subjective.
you don't.
That's
Could you
subjective.
please step away from my office?
Your office.
Please step away from my office.
I'm in a public area, ma'am. I'm in public.
Turn your camera around then.
You can't trespass the eyes. All I'm saying is if you wanted to keep the public on this side, you would want to put a gate here or put a sign that says restricted area or secured area, or, you know, put a door or something with a lock on it. But you can't just make up new rules on the fly. You know what I'm saying?
Understood.
Could I get your name, ma'am, and badge number? Or do you guys have badge numbers? Or do you have identification numbers?
I have identification.
What's your name, ma'am?
It's none of your business.
It is. You're a public employee. My tax dollars go towards your salary.
You bet.
Well, that's not very nice. I was nice to you.
No, you have not. You are harassing.
I'm not
employee.
harassing.
You will not leave her.
What does harassment mean?
You are bothering her. You are making her uncomfortable.
By doing what?
By being in here itself.
By being in here.
You need
That's by being in here? So what about being in here is against the law? What about being in here is against the law? Is that discrimination? Is it because I'm wearing a black shirt?
I don't care if you're wearing a black shirt.
Okay, well, what's the reason? Because I'm here?
Because you are making her uncomfortable.
Why is she uncomfortable? Why is she uncomfortable?
She feels uncomfortable. She does not feel safe with you.
So in a public building, being a law-abiding citizen, you guys can kick people out because somebody's uncomfortable. That's a slippery slope. Can I get your first name? You've been pretty nice, even though we've been disagreeing. But what's your first name, ma'am?
Oh, I am Jennifer.
Jennifer. I'm Zach. Nice to meet you.
What are you doing?
How's it going, man?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Are you the head of the security here?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, not really. But what are you
Well,
doing?
dude, you need to help me educate these people. So, so the lady, she won't give me her name. She's like the older lady, and then there was a guy. He was all right, but so yeah, man, I had no issues until I came in here, and or actually, the lady I was just referring to, she had an issue with me being down in the stairwell. Says I can't film inside the building at all, which is not true. So I politely said, "Oh, are you sure it's the whole building, or you just mean the private offices?" And she's like, I think she was a little confused. Anyway, so I came in here, and this door was wide open. I didn't walk in or anything because I know that's a private office.
Right.
You know, so you can film everything you can see from public, right? That's the law. There's the expectation, reasonable expectation of
That's the
privacy
law, it's
in
the law.
public, right? So being in media, man, I have to be, as you can see, like I know what I'm doing. I know where the line is. I can't go past that line. And they're making a big deal and saying I have to leave. And your colleague, or whatever, she says she was going to get Deland PD out here. So that's fine. I wouldn't advise it, but they're being kind of weird about a guy with a camera.
So
But
you understand that we get a lot of different people that comes in here. And some of them are all right.
yeah. Well, you see,
Good
I'm
intentions.
engaging. I'm a nice guy. You know, I'm not a threat here. No more than the average person coming in here. You know what I mean? I'm just recording.
Okay.
And some people,
So
I understand some people get a little comfortable with that, you know, because they don't want to be on
What is your
camera.
main objective?
I'm just gathering content for a story. I'm an independent journalist, so I work for myself. So I go into public buildings, I take pictures and video, make sure that our rights are upheld. And so far, it's not going so well. So hopefully you can educate them before they make a mistake and get PD out here. I mean, I don't mind talking to PD because they'll enforce the law, not policy, right? So she even said, the lady Jennifer who sits here, she says I can't go past this area into this area, but as you can see, there's no restrictions that say you can't, walk back here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
well, I'm not sure about particular rules and regulations, but in certain buildings, even government buildings, there are restrictions where you can't go.
Limits of public forum, absolutely. So, like, usually there's key card access. There's a sign that says restricted or authorized personnel only.
But a lot of these do have key cards, because a lot of them I can't get into.
Yeah. And this one right here doesn't have one though. Like this one, one in particular,
the building was closed.
After hours, yeah. Time, place, and manner is definitely, it's all situational at that point. So,
So how much more?
I don't know, man. I was about to leave a little bit ago, but then I started getting an issue. I'm like, I better hang around, make sure they're educated. So hopefully you can be that guy. Can you educate them for me?
Well,
and get me her name?
I have to educate myself before I educate them.
Sure.
And name giving, I never give away names, okay?
Well,
you have to do that research on your part.
You guys are public employees.
Yeah, but I don't have to give away names.
What's your name?
I'm not going to give that up.
What's your first name? You're doing fine. I mean, what's your first name? You don't have to give me your last name.
I'm not giving you anything.
What about ID number? You guys have ID?
I'm not giving you that either.
Come on, man.
But I do.
My name's Zach. I'll give you my name. My first name's Zach. What do I call you?
But Zach, to calm things down a little bit, could you just possibly,
Well, no, because I still.
We're ready to close this building up pretty soon.
Well, you guys close at 5, right?
No, yeah.
What time?
So you're going to sit around here till 5 and just...
No, I'm not going to be here till 5. No. I'll be out before 5, for sure.
So you're going to wait around here and try to get in there and record?
No, they have the door closed, so I can. So what they've done is they've created their own privacy. I can't record in there. If they open the door again, I don't know. I've already seen it. Well, then they would be discriminating, keeping the public out. They're not allowed during operation hours because it's open.
I've been watching these YouTube things all the time.
Well, then you have an idea. So
because you guys go up to police officers and
so
the police officers.
I can't take, bro. I can't take the educational value out of what's going on. They have to learn. So what's going on is they're probably going to call PD out here. I'll talk to PD. They'll educate them for me, and then after they leave, I'll leave. That's usually how it happens.
So that's what you're waiting for.
I'm waiting for them. They said they were already calling the police, so I'm waiting on them.
All right, man. I'm not gonna.
I don't run from police, so I just.
I'm not gonna put up an argument with you, but
yeah.
Hope you'll be out by closing time.
Oh, absolutely! I'll be out here way before closing time, brother.
All right, Mr. Zach.
I'm not gonna wait till the last minute.
You've been crying. Your eyes look a little red.
Do they? I was rubbing. I have allergies.
Oh.
I didn't take Claritin D this morning. Maybe that's why.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Hey.
She wouldn't give me her name or anything, so I was explaining to her, I'm sure it's part of your policy, when a member of the public asks for your name, you're supposed to give it. So when I do these, I'm very respectful. Just how I'm talking to you, I never raise my voice, I never, name call or anything like that, just so I can not blur the distinction between what I'm doing and, disrupting anything, because this cannot be considered disruption. Brandsburg versus Hayes. So that's pretty much all I had. I would love to know who that lady was so I can make sure she was in follow-up and see if she was educated. But other than that, the only thing I have left is to find out.
Check with our facilities because I'm quite sure, and I'm sorry, I don't know who the company is. I know it's a third party that provides it, but I can check with facilities and, if that's going to be a records request, we can put that in. But I don't know
who
that was.
Later I can, do you have
because they actually cover, they make their rounds to all of our buildings, so the problem was called over. I'm just not familiar with.
Do you know who's contracted with them, who sort of oversees them?
Find out.
Okay, that's fine.
I know we don't do it, but I can find out.
Okay, I appreciate that. Do you have an email or a business card I can, what I can do is I can shoot you a link to all this later, and that way you'll know who I'm talking about. Thank you.
You got that card? Or if you're recording it, I can. You want me to write it down?
Sure, thank you.
See if you can read my handwriting.
Brian Roth. It's Rotheel.
See that? That's a W.
That's a W? Mm-hmm. Oh, got it. Okay. I probably would have guessed that was a W. Makes sense. All right. Well, I appreciate all your help.
Okay.
I'll
just let him know what your issues
okay.
are.
And I'll shoot you an email later from libertytroll.llc@gmail.
Liberty?
Mm-hmm. Troll, TROLL .LLC.
LOC.
LLC, like a limited liability.
Oh, okay.
LLC@gmail. Might be, it might be in a week or so.
That's okay, just remind me. Okay, because I tell you right now, it is Wednesday, and I'm living for Friday. So
Wednesdays are typically shorter days anyway, right?
Yeah.
Well, Sandra, you've been very professional and cordial. I appreciate you.
Okay.
Enjoy the rest of your day, okay?
You too.
Thank you.
And I appreciate it.
Thanks. All right, Liberty Trollers, we are just now leaving the Volusia County Courthouse across the street from the County Administration Center, both here in Volusia County, Florida. Was able to successfully put in my complaints and given the information to move forward from Miss Sandra, very professional public servant. She is a role model, as she demonstrated here today. The last time I was here, which was last week, was treated poorly by security here. Very unprofessional, would not identify themselves. They were just unprofessional, and then police never showed up as far as I know, and I waited for them last time. Decided to do a visit here at the County Administration Center. Figured while I was here, I'd go ahead and just walk right across over here, check on them, and file my complaint. And again, was successful in doing so. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I am noticing some law enforcement over there. I'll stick around, see what's going on, but if not, you guys enjoy the rest of your spring break, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.